6 inverters, right? And so inverters 1 through 5 are the ones that can produce up to 60 kilowatts each. And then inverter 1 is the one that's on the carport, so that one's just 36 kilowatts. So it shows what each one is making, and then it shows the total output of all of them. And then it also accumulates each day how many kilowatt hours that the system has produced. So basically sum all those up, and basically this number should be roughly about the same as that. There are 2 different meters, so this is basically just the sum of the numbers coming from them. And then we actually have a power meter that measures the power going by here. So we have some losses in the system as it comes. So this shows everything that the PV system is, and this is kind of like like I was saying, the electrical room basically in the building. So PV goes into the main electrical panel, but so does the battery system. So the battery's on here, and then right now, in a minute there, we'll check to see, oh yeah, actually it says right here. So the battery right now, we can see the state of charge, SOC, is 100%. And so it uses, so we can see that the system just sitting there, like on a day like today, with the thermostat heating up the batteries and all the controls system. So it uses about 12 kilowatts, 12 or 13 kilowatts just to run all the controls and whatnot. And then, so this shows the PV system, this shows the battery system, and then this shows what is being brought in from the grid. And then whenever you sum those all up, then it calculates what the total load in the whole building is. Because basically on a day like today, if you add this plus this, is roughly that number there.
So the net energy that.
Yeah, so what it's showing here is this is what's being pulled off of the grid right now.
Yeah.
And this is what's being put into, like this is all really from this building's perspective, and this is the connection to the outside world. So everything else in here is all behind, we call this behind the meter. So this power that the solar panels are making are basically going to the building load, just, well, to this projector light and
Yeah.
that, right?
Is that annual net energy?
No, this is daily, right? This is instantaneous, this is right now, what it's doing right now.
Yeah.
And then each one of these has, like, it just adds up to kilowatt hours for each of the panels. So every now and again, I look at these, you know, you can see, okay, this one seems to be lower than the other 4, right? This one is obviously less because of its size, but these 5 should be close to the same, like there's 31, 32, 33, and then 28. So then inverter 1 has always been the one that's caused me a little bit of an issue. That's the one that I had to reprogram before. The parameter settings that they gave me were based on, like, for each inverter, what they have to do to set up the parameters in each one, they have to estimate this cable length to the grid, and then they adjust the parameter settings. So it might be that they still don't have that quite right for this length. Inverter 4, actually, yeah, I think inverter 4 is the furthest away inverter. So that's, that's another factor that maybe that is the best we can get it, but anyway, that's another project for my student, I kind of wanted to try, I mean, it's not worth a lot of my effort to gain 2 more kilowatts. Like I said, based on all the other fires that I have going on, but it would be something that I would get my student, or the intern to kind of look at. So if we look at, so, looking at this power trend, what this says here is So the blue, the cup meter, this is the demand of the building. And yeah, it's kinda hard to read, but basically this is 0, and this is getting more and more negative. So I'm guessing this is probably, I think my setting right now is around 600 kilowatts. So I'm thinking that this is roughly around 600 kilowatts. Because what I can do here is, so the blue is the demand of the building. And then this light blue one, that's pretty flat, but then all of a sudden it comes down and it goes back up. The reason I can see, I know that that one is the state of charge is because we can see we had a big demand in the building for a short while, and then the battery started to just discharge to keep it. I have a setting of 600, it won't let it go past 600 kilowatts. And then obviously the load lightened up again, and then we just stayed at 100% state of charge. So the battery's sitting there ready. Right now it's mostly protecting, trying to maintain demand in the building so that we can save money on the demand of the building. And this, right, so this green one, this green line here is basically the batteries meter. So it's mostly reading around 0/12 kilowatts, what it's consuming. And then whenever we were starting to discharge battery, that's whenever the green one went down as well. So the state of charge went down, and so did the battery. And then in red here, this is our solar. So you can see here that yesterday was a pretty bright and cloudy day. As you can see all the, and on today, it looks to be like it's more of an overcast day, because we don't have big sharp changes, right? It's whenever you have, it's nice and bright out, and then clouds go over, that's when you'll see it goes really high when there's no clouds, and then when the clouds come, then it drops right down.
And all that, is that the lot of hockey being played yesterday, the left and with the blue on demand there?
Yeah, well, yeah, so throughout the day, I mean, the issue is this energy from the solar panel goes up and down, and so the load in this building is pretty fluctuating, but, so you have the load in this building changing, but then you also have the power being generated from the solar panels is jumping all around, and then what happens is, and it's actually not on this graph. Right, so we have the PV meter, we have the cup meter, and then we have the battery meter. Yeah, I guess those are the 3 main meters. But how it works is the PV and the battery meters, they're both on the building side of things, and then the cup meter is what we're taking from the grid. So when the power is up here, so the PV is providing all this power up here, and all of a sudden it drops down here, the building still needs that same energy. So then what happens is the grid makes up for it, and that's why the grid goes all the way, every time this drops down, so does the grid, and then as the solar goes back up, then the grid doesn't need to provide that energy, and so that's why it jumps around with it. Right, there is, the load in the building is changing, so you can kind of see here, it's a little bit easier to see, or even at midnight, or like, so here we are at nighttime and we have no solar. This is what the building load is doing. Like it's not, you notice here how big that changes. Here it's a little bit more steady. Because, like I said, what's happening here is the solar is changing so much that the grid has to make up for it and make that wide swing. So, what I'll show you now is alright, so here we go. column failure, so I may have to. They're all online. Okay, well. Like I said, almost every time I give it to her, I usually have a little blip, and so I can see now I have a column failure here, so I'll have to do a couple things. I wanna make sure that that's okay. But on this screen here, it gives me various information from the system, how it is so that we can control the battery in basically, actually kind of like 4 modes. So we have commanded, so we can tell it exactly how many kilowatts to deliver to the building or absorb from the building. Like we can command it either way. In a straight command, we just type in an amount and the battery does that. And it'll do that indefinitely until it's either depleted or fully charged, and then it'll stop on its own. Then, and this is what we typically keep it in, and it's kind of hard to see on here, but this is one that is highlighted, has a little radio button in it, so it's in peak shaving mode. So let's see, here's where I have the set point of 600 kilowatts. So this month, I'm trying to maintain this building at 600 kilowatts or less to try and keep the demand lower than what it was last year. So what I did is the past 2 years, I got the power bill from this building and found out that for the past 2 years, it's been 800 kilowatts on average. So I just subtracted 200 from that. The inverter can do 250, so I left a 50 kilowatt buffer in there just to be safe. Because what I don't want to do is be too aggressive. I could, in theory, I could have just put 650 there, and actually, we're now in the midst of changing this whole building over to LED. So I probably should go to 625. But what I want to do is I want to be on the safe side and make sure that I save energy. What I don't want to do is if I get a little bit too aggressive with that, there could be one bad day, it's really, really cold out, and if the battery gets depleted all the way down to 0, and there's still a big demand, as soon as it goes to 0, then there's pretty much nothing I can do, to help the building. And it's already happened, it actually happened during the Bryan Adams concert. Whenever I estimated for the month, the Bryan Adams concert made my battery go to 0. And I probably only had about another hour. If things had gone right, if the concert ended basically an hour earlier, then everything would have been grand. But because it didn't, what happened is during the concert, my battery went to 0. As soon as that went to 0, then I had no way of compensating for demand, so then my demand went high. And the way demand works for any commercial and industrial building is any one 15-minute peak throughout the entire month is what you get charged for the whole month. And it kind of makes sense. The reason that it has that is us as a utility, we look at everybody's meters and we say, whoa, here there's a 15-minute time where you asked for 900 kilowatts. So we must always maintain enough capability to provide that 900 kilowatts anytime you want. And because of that, we give you a bill for this X amount of dollars to be ready for that 900 kilowatts. So that's why we're trying to control the demand here and keep that cost down for the cost. And then the last mode we have in here, which kind of is good for kind of like what we saw in that last graph where the solar was changing so much. We added this feature in, we wanted just in case, it's called smoothing. So basically what we can do is we can make the battery watch the power from the solar panels, and if it's jumping around like that, we can just put it in smoothing mode and it will smooth that out, and so you wouldn't see those big jumps. And we tested that and it works really well. We mostly put that in because we weren't too sure. I mean, with clouds coming by that way, there's not much we can do with that. That's happening. But what we were worried about is when those clouds were going by and the power was changing that much, that we could get harmonics from from this system onto the grid. We haven't studied it 100% to see that it isn't a problem, but we did look at the main meters, and we don't see any. During those times, we checked to see how bad the harmonics are, and they don't change much from any other time. So we decided we don't really need smoothing. We don't think it's this. If we are in the smoothing mode, this doesn't save us any money. This does. It saves money, so that's why we want to try and keep it. So in here, it shows those 13 battery racks that we were looking at when we were inside, and it tells me when each one says that. It says like that they're all online, how many volts each one is doing, and the temperature of each module, and so on and so forth. And then down here, we can see the min, max, minimum. So actually down here, it tells me right down to the cells. So it'll tell me whatever. So the maximum is on rack 6, module 7. Module 9 module. This is cell. I think these two numbers might be mixed up. I think it's rack cell module. So it's module 9, cell number 17. Anyway, it tells me which one. But only generally. If I really want to see what's going on in the batteries, I have to use the Samsung software. And like I said, it's pretty brutal. This one's a lot easier to use. Oh yeah. So, right. So this is showing the two irradiance meters. So like I was saying before, you can see the difference in the two. There's one, the red one is obviously the one that's vertical, and the blue one is the one that's set up as the same angle as the solar panels. So I'm actually kind of surprised at how big of a difference there is today between the two, because it is quite overcast. Usually when it's really overcast, these two are almost, they're pretty much identical. But it kind of shows you that, you know, during the height of the day, we're getting, like, you know, if we just had the panels flat, we would only get that amount of energy, but because we have them on an angle, we're getting this much more, you know, energy left. And it shows what each of the, this is the, oh, right. So this is showing, this is inverter 1. So all of this information is on inverter 1. So this is how I can get the information from each inverter. But this is the only, basically, the only other way I can get the information from these inverters from the keypad. And on here throughout, you'll see there's a few buttons around where we can get trends. So I think what this is the trend of all of these currents, and this is the trend of all the voltages.
Gerald, can you speak a little bit to the trending and why that's important?
Yeah, so, I mean, I'm a SCADA controls guy, and to me, my saying is always you can never have too much data. It's impossible. I really believe that in this day and age, how cheap hard drives are, I think all data should be collected every second. I can troubleshoot really well, like every second minimum. Some of the stuff we do with the electrical, like maintaining frequency controls and power factors and all this stuff, you need sub-millisecond kind of information. But in trending, you can, just like that first trend, that graph that we were looking at, that's what I use to see how well the system is working, and if I selected the correct set point, is 600 kilowatts a good setting, then I can look at my previous data and kind of check and say, oh, you know what, I should have went a little bit more aggressive or a little bit less. Or there's like, also being able to compare the different inverters to see if they're all working. Trends is what lets you be able to see those kinds of things. The problem is, if you just had real-time data and you looked and said, yeah, I don't know, But if you trended this, and you could see that, you know, that over the past day, they're all pretty level, and in the past hour, they're down 20% from what they normally were for the whole rest of the day, and I said, well, you know, what happened here? But a lot of times when you're just looking at a current piece of information, it's hard to,
It's only a point of time,
right, it's one point in time.
snapshot.
Right, so I love using data to kind of justify what, you know, what the system is doing.
So when you press that button trend, what does that actually do? Does that save like the numbers that is present right now, or does that
No, how it
present
works,
old?
it's already, it's a button, there's a trend already made,
Mhm.
and so whenever I click on it, I'm just opening that trend.
Oh, okay, all right.
So this is made, I just open it up, and so see, we can see from here where we went inside the battery. This is us, right? It was working good up until here, and then we messed it up, and then it's going back to normal, right?
Cause was that there a safety lockout when we went in there?
Well, yeah, as soon as you open
Okay.
the doors, because of the high amount of current that's in there, the voltage isn't that big of a deal in there, because it's only 48 volts DC. 48, or not, no, sorry, I think it's 96 volts in there. But it's a current that's, what is a huge changing factor. So as soon as you open up either panel, doesn't matter which panel, it disengages the battery. So that's what that is. So, you know, this is kind of obvious, it's me, but a lot of times when you're looking through, so these are the, again, I think, yeah, so this is still for, see, inverter 1 has 4 DC lines, like I was saying, and, actually, yeah, let's go back to the other graph. So, like if I were using this graph, I could compare those 4 and wonder why they're not, all 4 of them aren't acting the same. And, yeah, right. So they have those, I said they have 4 strings for each inverter. Each string goes up to 1,000 volts if it's a nice bright sunny day. So we can tell that, you know, because this isn't 1,000 volts, that, you know, we're getting, you know, whatever, less power than when we normally get. But the nice thing is you can kind of look at the 4 of these and you can see that they're, right now you can see, they look like close in range, but whenever we click on that trend, looks to me like one of them is quite different than the others, so we'll go back into it again. So these 2, like the other 2 seem to be going along pretty well, so the red is DC1, red and green. So 1 and 3 seem kind of close, and then the blue one is 2. So, again, like I said, of all the fires that I have, I don't look at this too often. But again, this would be something I definitely look into. And or I may, like this is still under warranty. So I've done this a few times where I just take a snapshot of this and I email it to the manufacturers and I ask them, why do I have this difference in here? And also, it also does still kind of depend on this scaling here. The system kind of auto scales. So this might look like a problem, but it might only be a difference of like 10%.
I think it's a squash board.
Right, so it may not be an issue. But having a graph, like, you know, these numbers tell us more, looking at, wow, there is a difference here. Like to me, I'm like, why is this one here and this one's here? Obviously, you know, there's something different. And it might be that you know, be shadowing. It could be one shadowing the other a little bit or something along that line. And what I kind of want to, what I'm hoping to do in the city right now, we have so many different systems. Like I said, just the battery alone, I have 5 different logging screens on it. Then I have the same for the power meters, and I have the same for the water meters, and so on and so forth. One of my long-term goals, like I said, I'm a data SCADA guy, I love it. And so I want to take every system in all of the city and bring it all into one standard SCADA system like this. And then in the SCADA world now, there's a new trend coming up, it's called machine learning, that basically you can train your SCADA system to learn how the machine typically behaves, and you say, oh, look, this is how, like to me, this looks perfect. All 4 are close together. This looks like it's working normal. To me, this looks like there's something a little strange going on there.
Well, so we went in there and then we come out and close the door. Is it working again? Is there something to that? Like that's
Right.
what you'd look at.
We did a reboot. Basically,
Right.
every time we do that, we open and close it, it's kind of like a reboot. And so it might be that it might have been like from the last power outage, maybe these 2 systems. I mean, the solar panels are pretty dumb. I can't see how a power fluctuation or something like that would affect their performance. However, the inverter does have the smart, so, and I think the inverter has those 4 strings that come into them, like there's 18 panels on each one of these. And so it might be that the controls inside of it, for some reason, it was working fine for the other 2, and that one, after I rebooted it, it realized, oh my God, I've seen devices before, like, I mean, this is to the extreme. I've seen devices that have hit a power spike and kind of basically forgotten who they were. And so whenever you're trying to talk to it, it doesn't respond or something like that. So we may have, when we did that, we might have gave it that kick in the pants, and now the 4 of them are working exactly as they should be.
But you might be able to learn something from that even, right?
Right,
There's something
exactly.
out there.
So in that machine language, like it's really up and coming in all SCADA systems. They talk about it quite a bit. And what you can do, and this is what I want to be able to do with all of our systems, is you would basically train it, and I could go back in some previous data and say, this is normal. So if this happens, don't tell me about it, just ignore it. This is not normal. If this happens again, let me know. And you can kind of do a little bit of training on a few systems, or what you can do is you can even say, this is normal, and if I'm within a certain range of this, then don't let me, don't warn me or send me an email or whatever, but if it's outside of that range, then give me a warning. And and then it would tell us about this, and when it's happening that's the best time to troubleshoot, because you can see real time what's going on. Depending on what you're trending, we might find out that, come to find out that there's a whole bunch of kids flying kites out in the parking lot, or something like that. And it's easier to find out at the time if I call up here and say, hey, what's going on? Why is the solar panels not working properly? And they tell me, or I could look around and see what I think it could be. I don't want to take up too much of your lunch, because you guys have to eat, right?
Yeah, we need to keep warm.
So this is the weather station. It's just showing, basically so we have the 2 pyrometers. They're showing the one that's the lower reading, the top vertical, and then the one below it is, the one that's at the same angle. We also measure, that's our air temperature, the wind direction, and wind speed, and we also measure precipitation as well. This is just the 3 power meters for the building. Some alarms, so we triggered a bunch today. And then, yeah, so I'll have to acknowledge them and all that kind of stuff.
Is it?
I guess that's probably about it. Like, I can go on and on, but I know you guys also have lunch, and I had some technical difficulties, but, and then Morris this afternoon, probably what I'll do, I'll tell him, Morris, I can leave my laptop for him, so that he can use this. But he can show you, I'll show you the electric Zamboni, the geothermal systems they have here, and then he can also log into his SCADA system, or actually, it's also called the Building Automation System, BAS. And so he has software that he can log into and see what's going on in this building. And so it has most of the systems that are in here. We're trying in next year's budget, we're looking at trying to, bring all the systems, even in this building, in together, so that they kind of talk a little bit better between each other. And like, right now, he has to log into this system. Yeah, like he has one system for the building, he has one system for the lighting, he has one system for the swimming pool, he has another system, like he has probably like 5 or 6 different systems in here. Probably, I think he also has one for the Zamboni that he can log into to see how it's, so, to me, and in the industry in general, another big, word that gets thrown around a lot is big data. We're getting more and more, especially like with the Internet of Things, everybody now is getting their, smart thermostats at home, like Nest and all this kind of stuff. So there's a huge amount of data out there that can be gathered, and so it's one of the things you want to do is be able to store that data somewhere and be able to access it to try and either help you with troubleshooting or one of the things that we want to use that big data for is to forecast our loads more accurately than we are now. Right now, we kind of, like I said, we've been doing pretty good at forecasting our loads, but I think it started about 3 or 4 years ago. We're not doing as well at forecasting because of heat pumps. They're taking off a lot faster than we anticipated, and so actually I can kind of mention one of the I can go on and on really. But there's a new heat pump that we're installing in the next month or two. We're doing about 8 of them throughout the city, mostly through city employees, because it's still it's like pre-commercial release. So we wanted to make sure that it was people who would understand if there's a bit of a hiccup or whatever, that it doesn't get a bad reputation. So, and then in the spring/summer, then we'll do a full launch throughout the city. But basically what we've found, there's a company called Stash Energy that we partnered up with that has taken a heat pump and added storage capability in it. They use a chemical, a phase change chemical. And so the advantage with it is we can actually store energy in that heat pump. And then during peak times, like say 7 a.m. when everybody gets up and everybody's in the shower, what we can do is we can actually turn off the energy going into the heat pump, and then the heat pump uses that stored energy. And so the people at home don't even know this is happening. The heat pump just runs like normal. You're getting nice warm air blowing on you, or cool air, depending on when it is. But as far as us on the utility side, we can pre-charge the heat pumps so that we can take care of those peak times. And so we're getting quite a few appliances. We're partnering up with many different companies to take advantage of that. And we're trying to flatten our load. And it's basically, we call them all, basically they're all storage devices. But now we have some, you know, throughout the city. We actually, right now, we have about 350 appliances throughout the city of various types. Like we have some furnaces, hot water tanks, and room heaters, and they all use that same, well, they use a similar technology. They mostly use bricks. They have like ceramic bricks inside them. And so again, what we do is at nighttime, up until 7 a.m., we heat up those bricks, and then from 7 until 11 a.m., we don't heat the bricks, but if your thermostat asks for heat, it pulls that heat out of those electric brick, or out of the ceramic bricks and heats up your home. And so what we're trying to do is leverage all the equipment that we have and provide more steady load, because the way it's worked in the past is you look at your demand time and say, okay, here is, like last year our peak was, I think it was January 6th. So on January 6th, we looked at our peak here and it was about 30 megawatts. And so we have to build our whole system for that worst case scenario. We say, well, here's one instant in time where we needed 30 megawatts. And so we have to make sure that all of our equipment can handle that. And it gets expensive, like, we have about 16 transformers in our substation, and I'm about to upgrade one of them, and it's $1 million for one. So as soon as we upgrade that one transformer, it's gonna take us a while to get that paid back. And because of that, I mean, if we, again, actually, we have 2 transformers in the substation that are older than me. They were made in 1963. They're still running. So tomorrow, they could fail. The problem is with equipment that old, transformers that old, I pretty much have 0 data on it right now. I don't know how it's doing, other than I know that the energy is coming out, like I'm measuring the energy going out, but I don't know, I don't have any data on that transformer itself. I shouldn't say anything. Every year we take oil samples and we do get results from that oil sample. It does give us quite a bit of information. But as far as I know, like what I really should have is like more instruments on each one of those transformers. And then I would look and say, whoa, you know what? We loaded 99% 4 times a month. And if I, you know, estimate or go back in time and if it's been doing that for the past, you know, 10 years, I only have 2 years left on this transformer. I can estimate how much the life is left out. All right. Sorry, I took a little longer than it took longer to get the
Sorry, it happens.
AV
Oh, that's
working.
good.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
So is Maurice is coming here?
Yeah. So.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm still, like I said, I'm still kind of new. I've been here 10 months, so I don't know if he goes. I think he goes by Morris. Like I know, I'm pretty sure last time he answered his phone when I called him, he said Morris here. So.
Alright.
But I hear lots of people say Morris, and I hear lots of other people say Maurice.
Yeah. We'll just wait till he says his name.
Yeah, he's gonna introduce himself.
We'll just call him Mo.
Yeah.
Mo.
I already told him that we had this room, and I'm gonna probably go see him when he's in his office. But yeah, he'll be here around 1. I'll tell him that I had you late, and if
Okay.
you guys are late, I don't think it's too big a deal for me.
Alright.
And yeah, so, and then you guys, if you guys already picked a place to eat, there's a bunch of places, there's 2 places to eat right in this building, right? There's 511 West right here, right next to the coffee shop.
Yeah.
And then there's also Red Shores at the back, the casino.
Right.
So those are really close.
Yeah.
And then there's all the other fast food restaurants around, and another good place right down on Water Street is Uncle Mike's Bar and Grill.
All right.
Thank you for the tour.
Thank you, Lon. That was